And sorry it's late again. Just popped online because I just found something which I think is a little bit weird considering I didn't really know it was there. So when I put Mandela in the title, I'm just wondering where did this come from? Where's all the reports about it all come from? So I'm going to pretty much look into it. Fairly blind, as I have selected a few things up which we're going to look into regarding this big complex which is in Oxfordshire, England. Now, it's called, right, it's Diamond Light Source. It's the name of the plant, the company. It is a particle accelerator, just like CERN. It is pretty big. It's not as big as CERN, but the way they build it up here, look, Diamond, Britain's answer. Diamond is Britain's answer to the Large Hadron Collider. At the Diamond Particle Accelerator in Oxfordshire, experiments using beams of light 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So not like twice as bright as the sun, 10,000 times brighter than the sun, have implications for the fight against cancer. Of course, these are, you know, improves air safety and energy efficiency. So look at the size of it as depicted there. Just looks like it's been put in the middle of some ghost town or something. I'll show you all that in a moment. Now it says the Darling particle physics might be the Darling of particle physics might be the Large Hadron Collider (LHC) at CERN, but as a practical tool, it is no match for the UK's Diamond Light Source, located in Rutherford Appleton Laboratory campus at Harwell in Oxfordshire. Diamond is an alchemist's dream, a place where beams of light 10,000 times brighter than the sun are deployed to probe the nature of everyday things. Diamond is a marmite of physics world, just as a sticky gunk left over from the brewing process was repurposed as a savoury spread. The light that streams from diamonds was originally the waste product of a particle accelerator. Diamond's 561 metre diameter ring, which gives the building its distinctive circular shape, houses a sinking. So now Britain's all of a sudden leading the charge in synchrotron technology. Look, it just starts to sound like a mad scientist invention out of a cartoon. The more you read into it, the more you look into all of this. Carry on. Like the LHC, this is a particle accelerator. In Diamond's case, using synchronized pulses from powerful magnets to accelerate electrons to near the speed of light. Synchrotrons were a part of the earliest particle accelerator technology, dating back to the 1940s, and were soon found to have an unwanted byproduct. Electrons. They generated light known as synchrotron radiation. When an electron accelerates, it gives off energy in the form of electromagnetic radiation. Almost everyone owns an electron accelerator. The transmitters in mobile phones generate radio waves by accelerating electrons in areas, but synchrotrons push electrons to relativistic speeds, and the acceleration of electrons around the ring produces a whole spectrum of electromagnetic energy, from microwaves up through infrared, visible light, ultraviolet and X-rays. This happens even though the electrons travel through the main storage ring at a constant speed, because acceleration is a change in velocity which combines speed and direction. To keep electrons in the ring, they are regularly shifted through small changes of direction by steering magnets, of which results in an acceleration and a blast of light. In the early synchrotron light sources, such as Diamond's predecessors at inertia in Cheshire. This acceleration round the ring was the sole source of light, but in a modern so-called third generation ring, electrons are given an acceleration by passing them through a series of alternating magnets to force the particles into a pattern of repetitive oscillations. These devices are known as undulators if they produce a tight, narrow oscillation generating a narrow band of radiation, or wrigglers if they produce a wider band. Around the storage rings are range beam lines, exit beams for radiation, while workstations known as unromantically as Hutch's house in the experiments. The diamond's massive 45,000 square metre floor space, around 8 times St. Paul's Cathedral, are currently more than 20 beam lines. There are currently more than 40 in the final configuration. When you walk into this big hangar of a place, says diamond researcher David Cole, it's like something out of Star Wars. Though Diamond is a massive project constructed between 2003 and 2007, with funding split between the council. 86% of the Wellcome Trust was relatively cheap, with an initial construction cost of around 1/10 of the Large Hadron Collider's $2.6 billion. Of course, Diamond is not the same scale of a build, but in terms of what it delivers, it more than compensates. Each year, remarkably, a wide range of projects compete for the time on Diamond's beam lines, which run 24 hours a day. Outside planned shutdowns, the light, which runs 24 hours a day outside planned shutdowns. The light produced here is beyond anything that a university could deliver in a lab. Diamond's X-ray sources, for example, are 100 billion times more powerful than a conventional X-ray tube. While it's possible to produce lasers that develop as intensive blast of light as a synchrotron source, they are nowhere near as flexible because a laser is limited to a narrow range of frequencies, where Diamond produces a spectrum, particularly every application. So again, yeah, look, let's see this. Yeah. Because a laser is limited to low frequencies, where Diamond produces a wide spectrum. Practically every application of Diamond requires a different frequency fitting the sample being studied. So they changed the hertz, the frequencies and everything. All of this is why I started looking into this, because of the frequency stuff. So then I just typed in LHC UK and it brought me to this. That's where you end up. I haven't seen no one talking about this, especially the way it's been built. Now I know they're being very British and saying, oh, look what we've got, ours is the best. Look at the size of it. Yeah. Looking for some normal streets, just to compare it to. It's about 10 streets wide. Only more. Yeah. So you could call 3 of them. Size of it. It's just in here, it disappears. Places that sell it. Where's it gone? It's not over there, it's just here, it's just by Zigcot. Now there's a nuclear power plant. Remember that popping up? Yeah, what's this? Just in one of these little... Yeah, there it is. See how sneaky it is? Even the police have looked into the place to see when it pops up, and it has got history, yeah. Third and fifth bells, and there's a little 9/11 inverted there. This is the website of the place, about them. You've got... There's an awful lot on here as well. You start looking into this, exactly what these are doing. Techniques, spectrum of in situ, macromolecular, so macro crystallography. Oh my god, that's just, you know what that is, don't you? Macro, that's the chemtrails. Let's just go and get that word. Macro molecular crystallography, right? Macro molecular, let's see this, make that bigger for you. It's a technique used to study biological molecules such as proteins, molecules, acids, RNA, and DNA to a resolution higher than 5 amps. Is that? Minus 5 amps. This is a high resolution, helps. I can't see the end of the screen there. The end of my screen's gone off it. I don't know why. That's strange. Ja, where was je up to? Proteins, viruses, and nuclear. I just thought that just looked like a bit of acids, RNA, DNA, resolution higher than 5 amps. This high resolution helps to elucidate the detailed mechanism by which these macromolecules carry out their functions in living cells and organisms. Protein molecules can crystallize under regulated conditions. The crystals are made up of multiple copies of the molecule arranged by a regular three-dimensional lattice. The X-rays deflected scattered by the atoms in equivalent positions in the crystal lattice concentrate into sharp, intense X-rays deflected sharp, intense spots. I'm so sorry, and I read the line back. Crystal diffraction pattern. The micromolecular structure can be determined by analysis of the intensities and positions of the diffraction spots. Like the molecular crystallography group at the Stanford synchrotron radiation light source. Is this another one? Operates and develops beamlines providing state-of-the-art crystallography facilities and support. Let's have a look at this. Support for visiting researchers of the beamlines currently operational BL-99-2 and BL-14-1 designed for mad mutually assured destruction experiments. Is that? And the side station BL-71 is also mad capable at slightly reduced energy resolution, where the undulator source is optimized for the micro focus applications, but it can also be used for conventional experiments, MAD and screening, etc. I wonder what MAD means. It can't always be mutually assured destruction, but that'd be M.2, was it not? Not sure. Researchers from universities, industry and government laboratories around the world can gain access to the beamlines facilities by submitting a research proposal, updates on beamline facilities and other user information posted on the mailbox there. Right, this one that we had open here. So there's different types of experiments that are taken at different levels. Look, we've got KEVs, EVs, 4 to 17,000. These haven't got up to CEV. That's what I'm looking for now. Stanford University for the US Department. There's one. Oh, there's them in Texas. I knew there was one in Texas. I thought there was only 5 of them around the world, but it seems that there's probably a lot more than that. Right, when we look over at the Superstar CERN website, they tried to pull April. Wait, I'm just going to have some of my coffee. He tried to pull a stupid ass stunt. It was just one of these April Fool's stunts, but he tried to pull ancient particle accelerator just goes on Mars. Thought he was funny. But look at this little article here. CERN casts new limits on dark matter. This is the type of thing that these freaks all get up to. In a paper published today, which was when? 1st of May. The cast experiment at CERN presented new results on the properties of axions, hypothetical particles that would interact very weakly with ordinary matter and therefore could explain the mysterious dark matter that appears to make up most of the matter in the universe. Axions were postulated by theorists decades ago. Important issue and the standard model of the particle physics. Related to the differences between the matter and the antimatter, the particle was named after a brand of washing detergent, since its existence would allow the theory to be cleaned up. A variety of Earth and space-based observatories are searching possible locations where actions could be produced, ranging from in Earth to the galactic center and right to the Big Bang. These are nuts. The CERN and Axion Solar Telescope CAST experiment is looking for actions from the sun using a special telescope called helioscope. Oh look, it's getting all evil and cryptic now. Right, here it is. This is this telescope moving around on its big wheels, on its big track, following the sun for whatever reason. And then you see that places like this diamond place here are saying that they produce beams of light 10,000 times stronger than the sun. Look at the logo, the sun. Look at the logo for CERN with the 666. All the sunwares are creeping out, and then you go start telling you a few lines down. It's called Helios. Nine and 11. Look at all this. Enough said. Right, so anyway, what's this one doing? Apart from the sun, it's looking for actions from the sun using a special telescope called helioscope. Helioscope. Helios. 2 separate words. Constructive, they always have little plays on words as well. Helly. Let's look into them. Constructed from a test magnet originally built for the Large Hadron Collider. No way. The 10-meter long superconducting magnet acts like a viewing tube and is pointed directly at the sun. Any solar actions entering the tube will be converted by its strong magnetic field to X-ray photons, which would be detected at either end of the magnet by specialized detectors. Since 2003, the CAST helioscope, mounted on a movable platform, has tracked the movement of the sun for an hour and a half at dawn and an hour and a half at dusk over several months each year. The detector is aligned with the sun with a precision of about 100th of a degree. In the papers published today, which is more or less today, based on data recorded between 2012 and 2015, CAST finds no evidence for solar actions. This has allowed the collaboration to set the best limits to the date on the strength of the coupling between actions and photons for all possible actions. Masses the CAST is sensitive. The limits concern a part of the action perimeter space that is still favoured by current theoretical predictions and is very difficult to explore experimentally. Explains the deputy spokesman for CAST, Igor Garcia Erastosa. For the first time, we have been able to set limits that are similar to the restrictive constraints by astrophysical observations, close quote, he says. 2015. Since 2015, CAST at a low energy frontier to include searches for other weakly interacting particles from dark energy sectors such as solar chameleons. The experience gained by CAST over the past 15 years will also help physics define the detection technologies suitable for proposed much larger next generation action helioscope called LAXO. Looking on they're going to build another telescope. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. Let's have a little look at this, see what this shows us. Just this track in the sun. Nuts. Anyway, enough of that. Only so much of that you can watch. Right, you've seen that. Let's just close this Helios thing down. There you go, there's that. Just going to pop into the chat for 1 second. Need that page open. Just come back onto this page here. You know, this is the one which we've been reading about, the particle accelerator here in the UK, which looks like this on Google Maps. A very little innocuous place, not super close to it. And you've got some towns here, a little town this itself is in a village with a population of around 2001 census. But I would imagine that wouldn't most of them potentially be staff? Not at the 2001 census though, because this didn't open until 2007. Allegedly, 10 years ago. What's strange though, when we go, let me just go here a sec, Diamond. When we go to Diamond Light Source, oh no. And to news. Right, just watch this little pattern what emerges here now. Just finish this coffee. You think something so big and something so groundbreaking, you think I'd have seen Brian Cox. Let me just type him in as well. Brian Cox. Just to make small points, the biggest ones. Simon Cox. Light. Has that not lit Brian there? No. Key stick on me. He must have done a load of work here. Oxford Mail, right? Professor aims to change our views on science perception. Oh, it's not him, it's not the same one. Labs is the best job in Britain when he took his chief exec in January, what year? This is what I'm looking for, that's what I was just going into. Then when we're looking through all of these, there's nothing too much. Some years ago, found one from 2014. That's the earliest one. When you look on Google Maps and go to images, where let's have a look. Showing, and then I watch all these now. Look at the date up here. There's one 2015. There's the 2014 one. 13. They're the three earliest ones. Every single other one is from 2017. Let's see that one. Mohammed Al-Mawasi. This just looks like Saturn or something again. I know it's going to be the constellations, the orbits. But just look at it. January, keep your eye on the dates here. It's the same fella, Mohammed, who was there in 2014. But obviously doing work on it. Steve Slane. Here's another person from May 2014, Lawrence Cox. Here's a little short. I'll go back to that in a moment. It says on it, as it comes up, sword of safety, British Council or something like that. It says on it. It comes back up to it closer up in a moment. There's no pictures from like when it's opened and all that pointish. All the pictures are from like the last 3 years. See, that's like only 3 years ago. 2.5 years ago. And all of these ones are just from this year. Look, British Safety Council on this sword. Steve Slane again. Oxfordshire. How well from Romans and Dunways to the actors and research to the Renaissance. How well rugby club. Football clubs. Society Harwell Feast. Rugby clubs and football clubs. That's Harwell. So, yeah, there's more. So we've got red now. There's all these football clubs and rugby clubs though. Harwell, Oxford. And that's Harwell, Oxfordshire, but that's in the county. Harwell, Oxford, let's just have a look for if that's a different search. Shouldn't be. I know they're only a stone's throw away, the two of them, but I don't know. There's Tidcot, there's a power plant here, a nuclear power plant. I thought he built them all by coasts. There's a reactor. They had some trouble there last year. Where's that? Ironworks. Definitely got a nuclear reactor in Tidcot somewhere. They have, because yeah. How far away is that to that? Because I'm using this Google Earth web, I mean, all my maps, aren't I? Right, have I got the Google Earth web open? No. I want to know now, like, where I'm, like, live, now I come live on the Chromebook computer, because it's just a little bit easier for me to sign into the live account and whatever, so that's why I always come live on this one. But if anyone didn't know, like, you haven't always been able to use, like, Google Earth properly on Chromebooks and whatever, because you can't just download Windows files on them. But now Google Earth is an option. You can just type in Google Earth.web and it brings it up for you and just comes online. It's great. It's a lot better. So that's why I said that. But I'm actually in Maps at the moment. You've got a lot going on in this area. There's the red ink rolls, like we've coming in. Let's just try and come in again. Just lose that place if you're lose it quite easily. Let's just see what's along this coast of Britain a moment. I'm just while I'm here. And I'll shoot back over there just while I'm here. Just want to come and have a quick look at the coast of. It's about New York area where I want to look at. Around all here. It's all. See. So there's clearly still built up there, probably. Just want to see something. Insane. Just want to see if this is the same. Just all beaches there. Looking at all the colour, come all the way up there. the coastline's closed, and lads were showing you all the coastline of America. Just on Google Earth like this, and it was just all of it was beaches, and there was like land that was like washed away, and it was weird to watch. And we just get in Google, there's a list of some parts, if you can use it for structures for that. I was going to drag one of them up before, a list of them up. Let's just have a look at what you've got here. And hello, hola amigo. It's late, I'm actually tired doing this one. I was actually doing, I was going to leave all this open and then done it tomorrow. But I thought, no, just get it done. Because tomorrow might never come, might it? You never know. What is a synchrotron? I just thought all that was a bit weird. Just needing stuff like that, synchrotrons and synchrotron accelerators. Just while that opens a moment, Europe, we are ready all that. Hundreds of them. Within them little couple of articles then, it's already just said a couple in the UK alone said that the one which we've been looking at tonight, saying that covers, that replaced, one in Cheshire, which just tells you that they've always had them a little bit early. Let's have a look. Sorted by location, Europe. Let's just have a little, see if I can find something about a few little second opinions on these. This diamond light sources, please. What is diamond light source? 9 years ago, see they've popped up. He's expecting to be uploading videos from like 10 years ago and what have you. Brighter than the science. See, you know, this is what they've got floating around in the sky. They're all working together, all with this little fake sun, what you see. And I remember saying, look at some video saying, what's wrong with the sun? Because when you look at about 5 o'clock just before it's setting, with your naked eye and just stare at it because you can. It doesn't hurt you or not. And it's got like a big plasma ring just spinning around it. Now you're seeing everyone putting information out about fake suns, and you're actually seeing the technology being rolled out for the fake sun. Then you see these replicating the sun, brighter than the sun. We can make like 10 times, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And like you say, they're saying the sun is the heat source and the biggest energy source in the whole universe. Well, how is it when you're which you could then turn into an energy source, which is 10,000 times stronger than the sun, even 2 or 3 times stronger than it should be enough. Working at diamond light source 5 years ago. Do you know what? Is this fringe, or is this just normal science now? Because it's hard to have any of these conversations really. If it wasn't like in YouTube or reading information or watching information here on YouTube even, it'd be so different to the way you perceive it now. Like Bill and Ted, let's watch this one for a moment, the one from 10 years ago.
Located in South Oxfordshire, Diamond Light Source is a new scientific...
Don't like that copyright logo there.
We're crossing St. John Bridge now. So we're about to go into the synchrotron building itself. We're just about to go through here.
You're going into the synchrotron building itself. Sounds like sort of Ghostbusters.
The control room is. So this is manned 24 hours a day. This is the LINAC, the linear accelerator. So this is the part where the electron gun injects electrons. The electrons come through into the booster ring, at which point they're injected into the storage ring, which is this big ring around here. Now, at that point, the electrons are moving very close to the speed of light, but they like to move in straight lines. So what we want is light coming off. So we make the electrons bend round. Now, they need to lose energy to do that. And the way that they lose energy is by letting off light. Follow me? So here you can see all of the beamlines and all of the experiment stations here at Diamond. And this bit is the experiment hatch. This is where it's taking place. And we're just going to look through this window here. This is special shielding glass, so we can look in at the same time. So if you look in where the blue light is, you can see that there are some tubes all focused down to a tiny spot. And this box at the back here is the detector. So you have a sample, which is a crystal, which is my hand at the moment. And the beam comes in here.
It was called Quantum 315. The machine, what she pointed at.
Here. And then we get what we call diffraction coming off. And so what that means is that you get...
Say Quantum 315.
A series of spots arising.
315 adds up to 9, no, with 9 being the devil number.
And we collect those on the detector. So when you see a detector diffraction, it's lots and lots and lots of spots.
And then one day we're just going to split time and space and rip it all in half when all of these all line up together. Hundreds of them, I can't believe the amount of them that is actually on this list. That's fruit. There's flats just popped in here. Karlsruhe, Albert, Anker, Aranax, Berlin Pro, Bessie 2, CBC Red. There's hundreds of them. There's literally hundreds of them, I think. Seen someone before saying there's meant to be thousands of them. I thought, oh, you can't even put up with that. That's just too much. No wonder the Earth magnetic fields or the images what we get supplied by NASA was really snapped. 88-inch 3088. Couldn't have put the Saturn alien more into this machine if they tried there. We all know what they're up to. Base linear accelerator. When I was looking before into some patterns around human behaviour patterns and the way they can control humans, a lot of it was coming into linear technology and tapping into those in a linear way. Centre for Advanced Microstructures and Devices in Louisiana State University. This is in North America now. Just covered all of them in Europe, just Europe. Surprised there's not one in Liverpool, to be honest with you, because we have got one of the bigger universities that does have little dabbles. There's so much here in the universities. I would have thought that they might have had something here. Let me see the towns. We've got Berkeley, Lawrence Berkeley, Chicago, Massachusetts, Brookhaven, National Laboratory, New York. Now, is that what they say? Took down, that what they say? Energy beam from there took down the Twin Towers. 30 muted before. Centre for Advanced Microstructures and Devices in Louisiana. Astrophysics, University of Washington. Nuclear physics again, just the same. That's what CERN is. Cornell Electrical Positron Storage Ring, Cornell University, New York. So they're in New York. More of them in New York. Are these all particle accelerators? Yeah. Please note this list does not include accelerators which are used for medical or industrial purposes only. www Virtual Library of Beam Physics and Accelerator Technology, the Division of Physics and Beams, the American Physical Society in the Los Alamos Accelerator Group. So that's the US ones. And then you've got South America's got 5 of them. Brazil, Buenos Aires, Argentina again, Sao Paulo, Brazil, nuts. Asia, Beijing, Proston, Collider, Beijing, China. Look at all of these on there, but any of them. Just get them all listed and all marked up and then come back on live another time and do that. That'd be a quicker way of doing it, to be honest with you. There's that many of them. And then mark them all off on a little tally chart as we go along and say, we've done that one, done that one, done that one. May take a couple of hours, but I don't mind that. I don't mind sitting on for a couple of hours. North America. The list of them is vast, nice one for that. Salute is flat because I was going to jump on. For me, nice one. Save me the job. I'm tired. You've never heard me this tired. Let's have a look. Look at the logo. The beam. It's obviously a beam. Depicting the beam, but it's also sun and orange and all this. They've got the same blueprints as CERN. Guided by Lucifer, basically, all of it. That was a UK article. The first thing which you found about it was a UK article. The one which I've just shut. Asia, got all of the Korea, India, China again, Hefei City, Japan, Wacko, Jordan, Super Photon Ring, HG of Japan, Shanghai, China, Taiwan, New Delhi, India. Oh my God, Calcutta. I didn't think they had nothing in Calcutta. That's what I got brought up to believe, but it's one of the best places in the world. Let's have a look. Thought they only have pipes wells in Calcutta. Right. This is just a little centre. Or a big massive complex. Just looks like there's houses or property built on every single little bit of land. When you look at it and think, it's up. Yeah, that's why it's got the population it's got. Salt Lake Stadium. Where are we? Why have we got Salt Lake Stadiums in Calcutta? Newtown, Delhi. Good to see some Indian names in India then. I was thinking, where am I? Seen Salt Lake Stadium. Right, really thrown much up, that one. Other ones, Africa, Australia. Australia, I've got a few. insane, insane. There's supposedly more than 30,000 of the world, but I don't think there's them all on. Get some rest and see you tomorrow. Thanks to Mexico, I'm gonna go to sleep in a minute. That means there will be 3,000 years. Day to the Father is 100 years. Right, because we be going through the 3 days of darkness. A day to the Father is 1,000 years. That means 3,000 years. As it's the end of the stars too and all of that. Explaining that. That's just last year. Just with the day. It's the time scale, like you say, you've got to look into everything in a cryptic manner, different meanings, hidden meanings. So a day was saying to the Father is 1,000 years, and like it took 7 days to create there, but was that really, or 6 days, and then on the last day he basically put his feet up. Was that going over, like you're saying, was that like 7,000 years? Is the world still in creation? It's on the time loop, which we've been talking about, or was I was watching, but it was just linked to all CERN and everything anyway, so that's why I just thought that. There's supposedly more than 30,000, someone did say there's thousands of them in a forum which I was reading, just still open. Still a little bit of info in the comments anyway, someone was saying there's allegedly 30,000 of them. Nuts. It is crazy. But Dave Axton checking in, just saying Congress shrieking over Sourtel, hack exposing their phones. Funny. Should we watch that then for a minute before I say good night, because I'm absolutely knackered for once.
Kind of a hard video for me in several different fronts, but I hope you stick with me because this information is a little shocking, to say the least. And the reason I present this information is I'm not trying to participate with the demoralization campaign that all these people are running. I'm trying to just help you prevent being near the train wreck. I'm not trying to stop the train wreck. That's almost impossible. It's a mathematical inevitability. I'm just trying to say, get to shelter, get safely away, watch the train wreck from a safe distance, protect yourself. That's why I tell people, don't go to places like Berkeley. Don't get in situations like that. It's just a train wreck. All right, this isn't really fun to do, and I got some emotional things going on. I'm going to tell you about that in a second, but I might sound a little down. Okay, the cognitive hack, the new battleground in cybersecurity. Cognitive meaning mind. You know, I thought cybersecurity was the government protecting our infrastructure for banking, telephones, cellular communications, you know, power grid. I thought that's what the government was supposed to do. Nope. See, cognitive means mind. The weaponization of information. This was presented to the Senate Armed Services Committee 3 days ago in some hearings they held. You can go look it up. So it's a matter of public record. They try to copyright strike you. From the RAND Corporation, public record.
He's very clever the way he speaks, Dave Acton. He's very clever. Just the way he gives you all little subtle hints of the legal ways, like he'll say with it. Dave Acton checking in with the latest situation report type of thing. Just so you know the little legal phrases that he uses. He's always staying within the boundaries of the law when he speaks, which is good because it teaches you when you're watching him. Like what's going on a different level. He speaks on a different level. He's good, and he's a smart ass with it as well, which makes him even better. It's a funny channel, brilliant information. So I like coming over and watching his channel. Always have done.
Okay, what's it say, Dave? It basically goes through the scenario that people are like computers, and people that have crazy ideas like truthers are like computer viruses. So if you walk up to somebody on the side of the,
That's the way I see it. To literally virus against all of these, and the more it grows and grows, and the more of us we can become an Agent Smith, leads into my little plan, which would have, if everyone took it on board, just wiped YouTube out. There would have been nothing left of YouTube within 6 months. I'll speak about that another time. It's not something that I can't just pick up again and try and do. Maybe even advertise it and publicise it even more, do video after video about it, and there would be nothing left of YouTube if everyone just adopted my little plan. Tried it last year with someone, but it didn't work out. Never mind.
hey, what do you think of the San Bernardino incident? Do you think that was a false flag? Stop right there. According to this paper, which is being considered by the Senate, oh, well, that's a weapon. You weaponized your idea, and now you're attacking this person's mind. The cognitive security. So these viruses need to be stamped out. I guess stomped out's the correct term. I didn't have a lot of fun reading that. Because again, I thought the cybersecurity issue was protecting us from electronic hackers. No. Now we're moving to cognitive hackers. Weaponization of information. Like the Russians hacked the election with their mental implants and synthetic reality.
Unbelievable. So if anyone wants to get over it and watch the end of that report, anyone? Unbelievable. So what we can do here, I'll drop the link in there for you, and just not to hog all of Dave's video, I'll watch the end of it and you can go and watch it there as well, and please do go and subscribe. I am going to go to sleep now. I'm tired. It's 4:04:44. So this has been Enchanted LifePath TV for the night. What I'm going to do is I've got a few articles which have been sort of which I've got to finish. I've got to finish them, and then I'll be doing the reports based off them. But yeah, a little bit just looking into the banking system over there, how the Korean War started. To me, like the same game plays over and over again, even with the banking system. I just wonder how much of a scam it all actually is, because to me it just looks like Rothschild Bank when you actually look at it and just read between the lines. So this is the Mexican. Anyone else who come over? It was just used to, but there has been more watching. There's 4 people watching it now. So thanks for everyone else who's here as well. It has been Enchanted tomorrow with some more reports. So thanks for watching, and speak soon.